Hello, and welcome to a game called Home. And I guess we'll just, do whatever. You are an adventurer for hire. You take a variety of jobs and contracts to earn a living, usually involving hunting monsters or criminals, escorting merchants and royals, etc. It's the peak of one of the worst winters in years, and a warm fire is a necessity to survive. Not too long ago, you purchased your own home on the outskirts of town. It's a nice change of pace from moving between inns all the time, but after so many days of returning to an empty and bare home, you feel slightly bored of the routine. Nevertheless, you keep on working. Oh, here I am. The fire crackles warmly. Alright, go out to work for the day. You spent the day tracking a beast that has been eating the local farmer's cows. You eventually track it back to its lair and defeat it, receiving several cuts and bruises in the process. You claim your well-earned reward and then return home. So basically this game will eventually give you choices, you make a simple meal and sit next to the fire eating it. There's not much else to do, and the day has you worn out. You go to bed early. Alright, here we are again. The fire crackles warmly, we go back out. You escort a merchant carriage between two towns facing numerous packs of bandits along the way. The long travel is cold and frequent fighting is draining, but you are given a good sum of gold and some food as payment. You return home exhausted. Warm fire. Alright, once again you make a basic meal and fall into the chair next to the fire. You throw some more wood on the fire and go to bed. And then the fire crackles warmly yet again. And then I go out to work. You work as a bodyguard and guide of a lord visiting a nearby town. Although he is accompanied by 4 of his own guards, he hired you for your knowledge of the area. The lord is an unpleasant man, but the work is better than destroying monster nests in swamps. While walking through the market, a clearly inexperienced pickpocket barges into the lord and dashes off with a pouch of coins. Don't just stand there, fools. Catch that scum and bring him back here. You pursue the thief through a few streets, but catch up to him in a side alley and tackle him to the ground. The thief is a very young man, but maybe still a teenager. Please, sir, don't kill me. I can't leave my brothers alone to fend for themselves. Please just let me have this coin in my life, and I swear I'll never cross you again. So here are the choices. Every so often you get a choice, and it's like, take the coin back or let him keep the coin. So you gotta think, if you take the coin back, him and his brothers are gonna die, but if you let him keep the coin, I don't know what happens other than you get fucked up by the merchant, but I'm gonna let him keep the coins. You know this man needs the coin more than the lord. You glance around you, the other guards are nowhere nearby. You tell him to keep the purse and run as fast as he can. Thank you, sir, thank you. He sprints away, wiping tears from his face. You tell the lord that the thief couldn't be found. He is visibly furious. You can forget about your payment. Get out of my sight and be thankful I didn't have you punished where you stand. You return home. Your coin purse is lighter than usual, but your conscience is too, and for that you're thankful. So basically I lose money, but I did a good thing. You practice some swordplay before once again going to sleep early. So basically you'll end up getting choices and stuff. You spot an unusual request on the notice board in town. A traveling alchemist is looking for a place to stay until winter ends. They're offering a hefty payment for this. You decide to take the quest and go to meet them. You enter the local tavern, and as stated on the notice, the alchemist is sitting in the back corner by herself. You show her the notice, and she beams with joy. Your lifesaver, thank you. There's not a hope of me getting my stock back home with the winter being as bad as it is, and none of the inns would let an alchemist stay because I'm apparently a hazard to the other guests. Don't worry, I won't set your house on fire or blow it up or whatever it is people think alchemists do. Although I may need to bring a few of my own things so I can continue working while the weather has me cooped up around here. As she says this, she drops a sack of coins on the table. You're surprised a table can take that much weight. You return home with the alchemist. Alright. Thanks for letting me dump my stuff in here. Besides, this place seems like it needs more life in it anyway. You really don't spend a lot of time here. With the alchemist's help, you make some dinner and the two of you sit next to the fire to eat it. You both talk about work and the weird people and places you've encountered as a result of it. Let's see. For the first night in a long time, you spend much of it laughing and talking cheerfully. You're surprised when you realize how late it is. You help the alchemist unpack the last of her belongings, and after showing her to her room, you head to bed. Alright. Morning, heading out this early. Here, take some of these with you. They're much better than those mass-produced potions you've been using before now. She hands you several vials of healing potions and medical bandages. Alright. You take a job as a courier for a nearby townsmith, delivering weapons and armor to the city. It's long work, and tracking through mounds of snow to get from the town to the city just makes it worse. After returning from the deliveries, you go to claim your payment from the smith. As you enter the shop, you see the smith talking to his daughter, a somber look on his face. When he sees you in the doorway, he urges his daughter to go upstairs. You can tell from here that she's unwell. Her skin is snow white and she seems to be breathing slightly heavily. She rushes upstairs at her father's urging. Welcome back, friend, the smith says, smiling warmly. You're here for the payment, I assume. Just give me a second while I find the pouch. While he searches for the coin pouch, you think about the daughter, feeling worried. Alright, so here's another choice. Basically, you ask about the daughter, and in a future choice, you can actually save her, I think, but if you don't, she'll probably die. So you ask about the daughter. You mention how his daughter seems unwell and asks if there's any way you can help. His expression darkens for a second before returning to his usual jolly smile. No, there's no problem. She's caught the flu, it seems. Nothing serious. He hands you your payment and bids you farewell. You return home, worried about the smith and his daughter. So now what you do is you talk to this person. Welcome back. I hate to ask this, but do you think you could help me make some potions later tonight? It's a pretty big batch order I need to fill for tomorrow. Don't worry, they're only basic ones. I'll show you how to make them. Alright, then you go. You spent the night helping the alchemist make batches of potions for various kind. You learn a lot about alchemy in the process, and you place a box of new potions in the alchemist's carriage outside. You remember the smith's child and ask if she is able to cure illness. According to her, if the sickness hasn't advanced too far, then it's usually possible. You clean up the leftover ingredients and apparatuses while talking about the day's work and then going to bed. So basically, you just keep talking to her and eventually shit happens. You're heading out now? I'm going in a few minutes too. Thanks again for your help yesterday. Without you, I wouldn't have had time to even eat or sleep last night. Turns out we even made slightly too many potions, so here, take the extras. You take the extra potions and bring them with you. So basically, if you talk to her, things happen. If you don't talk to her, shit doesn't happen, I guess. You end up passing through the same town as yesterday on your way home from a monster hunt. You hear crowds of people shouting and cursing a few buildings over. You think it might be coming from the smith's shop and you run there instantly. There is a mob of townspeople outside the shop trying to break the door down. Among the shouts and roars, you hear what some of them are saying. She'll turn soon. The longer she lives, the more danger we're in. You must kill her. There's no chance for her. The majority of the mob seems blinded by rage, shouting much worse things. Kill the demon. The child must die or we'll all die. You thought you could hide her infection from us? Do you want to kill us all? You approach the mob and few of them turn to you. Adventurer, the smith's daughter has been infected by a demon. It's only a matter of time before she becomes an abomination herself and kills us all. You can help us, yes? Please kill the child and smith if you have to. And you can keep everything in that shop and we'll even pay you for the work. So basically, here's another church. Another choice. And what you gotta do is choose. Force townspeople to leave, or you can say there's a cure. Basically, if you didn't do the ask and do the stuff with the alchemists, then you wouldn't have. This probably would not work, and you'd have to do this, and it'd probably be really bad for you. But since you did the whatnots, you can do this. You explain that there's a way to cure the child. Some of the townspeople realize how hasty they acted on their fear. A small few keep trying to break into the shop. The calm townspeople restrain their arranged friends, probably their attempt to make up for their mistake, and you rush into the shop. You tell the smith you're here to help, and you know of a way to cure the daughter. My apologies, friend, but I don't think I can trust anyone right now. My own neighbors just tried to murder us. Some of them using weapons I made for them personally. As he says this, he looks to his daughter, who is hiding behind the counter. She seems barely conscious. The smith sighs and picks her up in his arms. I have no choice but to trust this isn't some trap. Lead the way. You and the smith bolt out of the house and don't stop running until you get home. You can hear the townspeople fighting amongst themselves in the distance. Eventually you reach home. You tell the alchemist what happened. She gathers all the necessary supplies and asks you and the smith to help her. For what feels like hours, the three of you work to make potions, antidotes, and medicine. As you near the end of your stock of supply, the child's breathing calms. Her skin regains its color and she falls unconscious. The alchemist wipes her brow and takes a deep breath. That should do it. She'll be as healthy as ever by tomorrow. All she needs now is rest. The smith falls into a chair, sobbing with joy. Thank you, friends. I have no words to express my gratitude. Whatever you may need, I'm forever in your debt. We don't even have a home to return to now. I couldn't stand to look my neighbors in the eyes again. At least some of them realize the error of their ways, thanks to you. You tell the smith that they can stay here for as long as they need. Does your kindness have no limits? That's twice now you've saved us. We'll find a way to pay you back, I swear it. The three of you clean away the supplies and equipment and put the home back the way it was. Alright, so now there's two people here. I'm glad we could help her. I imagine she'll be perfectly fine by the time you arrive home tomorrow. Thank you for all you've done, friend. I think I'll stay up and watch over her for tonight. So basically, your choices can have some sort of effect, I think. And this is about as far as I've gotten, because I played this to see what it was about. And here you are. You stay up talking to the smith about how his daughter became infected. Apparently the two came across a lesser demon while out in the woods. It managed to cut the child before the smith cut it down. He tried for days to find a cure himself, fearing what would happen if the people knew of his daughter's illness. His fears were eventually realized, and that's when you came along. You talked for a bit longer before eventually going to sleep exhausted. The smith stayed up all night watching over his daughter. Alright. Still sleeping. Good morning. You're leaving for work, I assume. Good luck out there. Once my daughter wakes up, I'll find a way to continue working on my craft. I have no intention of just being a freeloader here. Alright. Hey, looks like you stayed up all night last night. I even told him countless times that she'll be fine, but he refused to sleep. Anyway, good luck in your work today. Here's the usual. You take the potions and bandages. Alright. I don't know what happens after this. You take a job defending miners from the monsters lurking in the dark winding tunnels. At the end of the day, you use some of the alchemist's medical bandages. You can practically feel your wounds vanishing. You collect your reward and return home, curious as to how the smith's daughter is doing. Alright. She's woken up, as you can see. She seems to be full of energy, too. The only she wasn't so shy as to keep it all bottled up. It's a relief to see the two of them safe, though. Considering what they went through, things could have been a lot worse. ... Dad says you saved our lives. I don't know how to thank you for something like that, but, thank you, friend. We are in your debt. That's what Dad would say, right? Did that sound okay, Dad? I think they understand, sweetie. Even a grown man like myself can't find the words to thank them for what they did. You don't need to worry about something like that. No, I can't talk to him. Okay, just they're both the same thing. Alright, the Smith's daughter remains mostly quiet by her father's side. Occasionally he throws a question her way in an attempt to get her to open up some more. She still seems awkward in the new environment. It seems she'll need some more time to settle in before she can feel completely comfortable around you and the alchemist. Smith's daughter goes to sleep early, and you and the others follow suit a few hours later. Good morning. I just finished a gift for you. It should keep you safe. It should help keep you safe if your back is to the wall. It gives you a masterfully crafted dagger, complete with ornate carvings and indentations. I'll add more where that came from. Look at it as my way of saying thanks for everything you've done for us. ... Good morning. Please stay safe. Hey there. Blah. Hey there. Here, you know the drill. She hands you some potions and medical bandages. Come home safe and try not to get too cut up out there. You don't want to terrify the poor child. You take a job gathering boar pelts in the woods. You don't know why exactly anyone needs boar pelts, but you don't really care as long as you get them, a reward. Although the wind and snow makes the work uncomfortable, it's an easy day, and you turn in the pelts to collect your payment. You arrive home earlier than usual. Welcome back. Dad's out at the smithy in town, but he'll be back later on. The alchemist has been looking for me all day. I don't mind though. She's funny and really friendly. I've been learning a lot of things about potions as well. Oh, hey there. You're back way earlier than usual. The smith isn't even home yet. I've been looking after the little one since he's left. I feel like she's opened up a lot as well. She's been taking an interest in alchemy. I taught her to make some basic stuff and she's taking to it pretty well. She's got talent. She's also been asking a lot about your work. I think she'd like it if you talk to her about it later on. Do I talk to her now? Talk. Oh, whatever, I'll do that later. The three of you talk by the fire. The smith's daughter is clearly more comfortable here after spending time with the alchemist. She asks you about your adventures. You tell her about some of your more interesting jobs. Her eyes are wide with wonder while you talk about the monsters you hunted, the people you met, and everything else that comes to mind. The smith arrives home. His face lightens when he sees all of you. The four of you stay up talking cheerfully through the night. Eventually you force yourself to go to bed. Good morning, friend. I trust you sleep well? It's amazing how quickly she opened up to both of you. I guess it's all thanks to the alchemist. I wouldn't have thought she'd be so good with children. Anyway, good luck out there. Good morning. Come on safe, okay? And also, when you get home, do you think you could show me how to be an adventurer like you? I know it's dangerous for my age, but I at least want to know how to use a sword and keep people safe. You tell her you'll teach her if it's okay with your father. Really? Thank you. I'll ask him as soon as I'm finished helping the alchemist. Should I go back? No, can't talk to him? Hey, good luck today. It looks like she wants to help me out with my work from time to time. She really has taken a shine to the whole thing. While talking, she hands you the usual potions and bandages. The day is once again unremarkable. You hunt some animals and gather some meat for a village while the local hunter is unwell. You take your payment and return home. Hey, welcome home. Thanks to the little one, I managed to make enough stock for the day that I can actually relax for once. You're asking why I'm still holding this potion? Honestly, I don't really know. Habit, maybe. Welcome back. My daughter's been telling me how she wants to learn to fight. This might surprise you, but I have no problem with it, She should know how to defend herself someday, so why not start young? My only request is that you use these instead of steel weapons. He gives you a pair of finely carved wooden swords. I made them earlier after she first asked me about learning. They should make things a bit safer than swinging those 3-foot razor blades around. Welcome back. Dad said he'll let me learn to use a sword when can we start? Whatever. You teach the smith's daughter some of the fundamentals of defense in the sword play. Evasion, distance, angles, and striking. The concepts don't come naturally to her, unlike alchemy. She's clumsy on her feet and is easily flustered, but she refuses to stop until she makes some progress. After a few hours, she is already better than when she started. She's better at staying at a safe distance and slightly more confident with her footwork. You call it at that for the night. She has much to learn, but she clearly has the drive to keep improving. The smith and the alchemist sat nearby and chatted the whole day. After you finish training, the 4 of you eat dinner and talk amongst yourselves. You go to bed afterwards, promising the smith's daughter that you'll train with her every day you're able. Good morning. I don't think I've ever seen my daughter enjoy herself as much as when you were sparring last night. In fact, since we've been staying here, she's been happier and more energetic than usual. All the more reason for me to be thankful to the two of you, yeah. Seems like she's about to start practicing again. She only woke up. How much energy does that child have? As per usual, take these. You take the potions and bandages. Stay safe out there. Morning. I'll be practicing some more while you're out, so I'll be even better by the time you get home. Come home safe. Alright. You spend the day hunting a monster that has been eating a village's crops. Track it down and defeat it. Any injury you take is quickly remedied by the alchemist's supply. You take your payment and set off home. As you trudge through the wind and snow, you realize you've been looking forward to returning home each day. Something you haven't felt in far too long. You don't know how much. You don't know how much longer this winter will last, or if the others will choose to live somewhere else once it ends. You would gladly let them stay if they wanted to, and something tells you they might end up doing just that. That will be a choice to be made much later on, though. You approach the front door and realize that right now, the only thing you really care about is that you're home. Then, okay. So that ended. Alright. Well, I guess that's it. It ended. Alright, so that was Home. It's a game that you can play online for free, obviously. And there's quite a few choices that you can make and things you can do differently, so why not try playing yourself, man? Whatever. So anyways, this will be all. And see you. What was I thinking of? Oh yeah, see you in the next whatever. Goodbye.